Hey everybody, it's Christina, as you probably know. So today we are listening to Jackboot Jump by Hozier. Disclaimer, I heard this song twice last week at the Boston shows, and so I'm really excited to hear the recorded version. I know it's a live recording, but I am very excited. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm so excited, sorry.
Tearing up old trees, or just tearing up the place. It's always corporate infrastructure over the structure of your face. Must go to Jackboot Show, there's so much in store. Oh my gosh, some stadium dancing floor. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so long and the beat.
Okay. Rory Doyle went so hard, and he didn't have to, but he did, and oh my gosh, like, he's like playing percussion in one hand with the shaker, and then he's drumming with the other, and then he's using his leg to hit the drum, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is happening? This is insane. And then Andrew with the riffs, like, what is happening? Like, who comes up with that? That is that is one nasty, stanky beat. I got my stank face. Yeah, it's a stanky beat. You can smell it. It's great. So let us read the lyrics. Okay, so the first lyrics are, at Standing Rock, the jackboot jump you'd swear was all the rage, whether tearing up old treaties or just tearing up the place. It's always corporate infrastructure over the structure of your face. I need a moment. That is referencing the Standing Rock protests that where you had, hold on, I just got a notification from Hozier. He's tweeting about the song. So it's actually been 3 years since the protests, and it was when thousands of Indigenous and environmental activists, pipeline opponents, they were protesting on Standing Rock because the government wanted to put in the Dakota Access Pipeline, and so that was a really, really big deal. So that is what the first verse is referencing. The second one, in Moscow, the jackboot show has so much in store for any silly student who doesn't want to learn the score, so the Moscow jackboot ballet finds some scared young dancing floor. I'm seeing Scandals Scare at Moscow's Bolshoi Ballet from NPR in 2013. The artistic director of one of the most prestigious ballet companies in the world is violently attacked, but the attacker and motive are unknown. It says, behind these sensational headlines is a ballet company that is both legendary and plagued with scandals and infighting. Yeah, I'm not actually sure if this is what the song is referring to. I'm not sure, and I would love to learn more, so I will ask him. My favorite verse is the third one. In Hong Kong, it won't be long till they have to fall in line for the long hand of Beijing, stretching south 1,000 miles, where they rock the jackboot jump there like that shit's going out of style. This is in reference to the Hong Kong protests that are going on right now. And if you all don't know, the students and some citizens are fighting at the universities, especially the Polytechnic University. All of their classes have been canceled for the rest of the semester. They are fighting with petrol bombs, like bricks, catapults, everything that they're making against the government, because they're fighting for democracy and their freedoms and their rights that they're being denied. I can't really speak too much on it. I just know that it's really bad and it's been in the news and people have been dying because of it. It is making the area very unsafe, and if you watch the news videos, it's extremely horrifying to see what these young adults are going through, and people in general, what they're going through. I was watching, and one of the protesters actually said that their freedom was more important than their lives, and that's why they're fighting. They are fighting knowing that there's a very real possibility that they may die, and they don't care because they know it's the right thing to do. And Hozier talked about that he talked about it at all of his shows, but he talked about it at the Boston ones, and it really opened my eyes into doing some research, so I did. I really want to let other people know about it. Like, all of these things that he's speaking of in this song, they're important moments in history, and they're not being paid enough attention to, and it's really unfortunate. Let us look up the meaning of the jackboot jump. Let's Google. What is a jackboot? A jackboot is a large leather military boot reaching to the knee. Insert picture here. A jackboot is a boot worn by the military, and according to historyhouse.co.uk, the word jackboot is also used as a symbol of military oppression, fascist attitudes, or bullying tactics. A search today on Google News reveals just 3 examples. City jackboots are chasing around, ordering people to fix their homes and clean up their yards. Authoritarian nationalism, which jackboots the New Zealand working class. Homegrown jackboots commanded by Washington. Most people think that this use of jackboot originates from the Second World War and Nazism. Surprisingly, its use is much earlier. The earliest citing from the Oxford English Dictionary is from 1768. Some insults were offered to some of the lords and commons in their coaches as they went down with a cry of Wilkes and Liberty and no jackboot. So it goes on and talks about a jackboot. I mean, it's pretty clear what the song's about. It's a protest song. It's standing for all of the protesters, and acknowledging all that they've done and sacrificed for their causes, but also it's kind of like, listen, we need to pay attention to these people, we need to take action, we need to protest. Damn, yeah. I'm just like looking at these lyrics. Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is an insane lyric. All around the world, you'd think that things were looking rough, but the jackboot only jumps down on people standing up. So you know good things are happening when the jackboot needs to jump. So essentially, you know you're doing the right thing, you're doing a good job at raising awareness when others are trying to squash you down. Like they're trying to silence you and silence your voice because you're speaking. You're speaking and they want to silence you, and that's how you know that you need to keep going and push forward and stand strong in your position and believe in yourself and do the right thing. Anyways, let's conclude this video with a big thank you to Andrew for writing the song. I love that it's a live version. I think it's so beautiful. It just got so much energy and I love it. I want to say thank you to Lisa Lot for being fabulous as usual. So I am so excited for everybody to hear this song and I can't wait. I never know how to end a video, so